Hi, welcome to View from Bio. My name is Michal Kaczmarski and I'm America's and Europe editor at FDA magazine. We continue with our coverage from Bio Convention in San Diego, and I'm here with David Willetts, the UK Minister for Universities and Science. Welcome, Minister.
Hi.
I know that you're headed right now to speak to potential investors interested in the UK biotech sector. What's the main message that you're planning on conveying?
Well, my main message will be that we've got a great science and research base in the UK. We've got, in the National Health Service, a really extraordinary patient database. And we've also got, in the life sciences strategy, a strategy which is very clearly positive for investors from the UK and around the world. So we think put all that together, and when we've got the corporate investment, we've got the science, we've got the healthcare, Britain is a great place to do life science.
Mm-hmm. Where specifically in Britain, what are the main clusters that you would point to on the...
Well, we've got a range of clusters. I mean, of course, there's the Edinburgh, Glasgow, Dundee cluster doing some excellent medical work. In the northwest, around Manchester, there's great expertise. Of course, there's the so-called Golden Triangle, London, Oxford, Cambridge. So we do, but of course, England is actually quite a small place, and so most parts of the country can be easily reached.
Mm-hmm. So the whole country could be pretty much seen as a cluster.
I think when I go and visit facilities, there's of course research which tends to be clustered in areas close to our leading universities. There's also a very sophisticated manufacturing, and that might happen up in the northwest or the northeast. And then of course there's things like biotechnology and appliances and manufacturing there. I think I would like the whole of the UK to be seen as a life sciences hotspot.
Sure. Now, there's hundreds of locations here in San Diego promoting themselves and saying that they are the place to be when it comes to biotech. What do you think is unique about the UK as a location for biotech?
I would say that the National Health Service and the kind of patient data that we've got, obviously with privacy and confidentiality properly protected, but the link of, on a nationwide basis, of primary care data, secondary care data, and increasingly now with the Prime Minister's recent initiative, genetic data, and then the investment in the high-powered analytics, the big data, the software, to analyse all that. Put that together and you do have a unique resource.
So it's not just looking for cures, it's also software and high-tech and innovation.
Exactly, and also Britain is a very diverse country. And so you can find across that, you can find a patient database that really matches your needs. So and we recognise that a few years back there was a problem, that it was a slow process getting a clinical trial started in the UK. We have massively speeded that up. It was one of the top asks that when we spoke to the business community and launching our life sciences strategy, and we're delivering on that. So it's much easier to launch a clinical trial in the UK.
Right. And now, diverse population sounds like an interesting pitch for companies thinking about expanding to emerging markets or producing solutions for the emerging markets.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm proud of this, and it's a basis for cooperation with emerging powers. So there are, I understand, forms of type 2 diabetes that people of Indian ethnic origin are particularly at risk at. So we've got collaboration with India on all this, and because we have a large population of Indian ethnic background in the UK, and that works. And so the sheer diversity of the UK now undoubtedly is another advantage when it comes to the conduct of medical research.
The countries such as India definitely can be seen as places offering a lot of opportunities when it comes to investments or expanding to them. But do you see BRIC countries or other emerging markets as potential competitors when it comes to attracting investments?
Well, we are investing in our science collaboration with those countries. Indeed, we've created a new £375 million Newton Fund for us to deliver science collaboration with the emerging powers over the next 5 years. So we want to do all this together with them. But I still think we have in the UK some distinctive strengths. There's the rigour of the patient trials. There's the quality of the data analytics. But, there will be medical challenges facing these emerging countries, which we can work on with them, and we want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, we talk a lot about advantages of investing or being in biotech sector in the UK. But surely there are some challenges. What challenges would you point at?
I think there are challenges, and of course we realise that we've got to make the NHS a pro-innovation environment. We're working on that, but there's still more to do there. I think, though, that when I look at the net pluses and minuses, the pluses far outweigh the minuses, and we haven't covered, for example, the tax regime and the patent box, for example, is really attractive. If you have IP generated in the UK, then your earnings on that IP will pay a corporation tax rate of 10%. So it's a very attractive environment, and increasingly the NHS, because of the pressures it's under, recognises that the only way to deliver affordable healthcare is to be innovative. And that's what the new chief executive of NHS England, Simon Stevens, who's gone over to the NHS having previously worked here in the US, that's what he absolutely understands.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you say that skills shortage could be a challenge as well? HICE, a recruitment group, has recently published a report saying that over 50% of their respondents coming from over 300 companies said that they expect skills shortage and problems with recruitment when it comes to biotech sector in the UK.
Well, I will obviously study that report very carefully. I have to say that when I look at the graduates that we are producing in the life sciences, they are broadly on track with what you'd expect for us as a country with our GDP per head. But we're absolutely aware of the significance of STEM subjects, and if there are shortages that emerge, then we will invest in them even more than we are at present.
Mm-hmm. Minister, I know that there is a full room of potential investors waiting for you, so I'll let you go to them. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for the opportunity of joining me.